Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Kamet Fahmy and I will be your instructor in this new course, and I will list a lot of videos and a lot of lessons about the cycles render engine inside Blender. I'm using the old version, which is version 2.79. Basically, there is a lot of newer version now, which is 2.8, but we will discuss in this few lessons the basics of cycles render engine. So basically, if you come here in this tab, you can see that we have the old Blender render engine, which is here, and we have the newer version of cycles render. So what is the difference between these two? So cycles material work in a totally different way than in Blender internal. In the internal render engine, you can build a material by choosing diffuse and specular shader from the material window, by setting several service options, and then by assigning texture, both procedural and image maps as well. All of these steps make one complete material. After this, it's possible to combine two or more of these materials by network of nodes, thereby obtaining a lot of more flexibility in a shader's creation. However, the single materials themselves are the same as those set through the material window. Shaders made for a scanline rendering engine and their results. So basically, what we have learned that the cycles is very realistic than the internal, but the cycles render engines require more powerful and require more RAM and is less fast than the internal. The internal is very fast but less realistic. And in cycles, material is basically made of distinct components named shaders. So if we have added a cube, and this cube, let's say it will be in the center, and this cube we can go inside this node editor, and it will be like this. To be honest, there is here the render let's wait until it loads. Alright, so in the system tab we have the GTX, which is here. None will use the not using the GPU. So if you use Coda, you can choose your GPU, and here you can use CPU or GPU. So in the system tab, you must only, if you want to render using GPU, you must only choose your GPU first. And basically, we will choose from here cycles, and from here we will check here the node editor, and here is our 3D view. So here is the diffuse is something is a shader, and there is a lot of shaders which is here. All these are shaders that you can choose, and the diffuse is a plain color. You can choose the color as you like, and it will be here in our cube. And here is the viewport. You can choose from bounding box to wireframe to a solid with non-color to a texture. If you have texture, it will be shown to material or to render. But in the rendered, alright, so here I will add a plane, and this plane will be scaled 4 times, and then I will move this on Blender unit for this axis, and we can scale it a lot of times, and we can now add the point lamp. We can move here, we can move to be here, and also I will add the strength for lamp. If you come in this viewport and shift Z, you will see it's like this, and now we'll say it will be like this, and as you can see, this is the new maybe 500, and this one may be like this, And this is the basics of cycles render engine. In the next video, we'll discuss more features of cycles.